In my playbook tonight, cracking down on the credit card companies. Back in May, President Obama signed a reform bill designed to protect consumers from surprise fees and sudden interest rate hikes. Problem is, the rules don't go into effect until February of 2010. So credit card companies have been just taking the opportunity to jack up the rates while they still can. But this afternoon, a surprise. The House of Representatives passed a bill that moved that date up so those rules would go into effect on December 1st. Joining me now is co-sponsor of that bill, Democratic Congresswoman from New York, Carolyn Maloney. Carolyn, good to have you with us tonight. What does this do? I mean, how egregious were these actions by the credit card companies?
Well, they were very egregious, and we got many terrible complaints from consumers across this country where they were raising rates retroactively on existing balances anytime, any reason, for no reason at all, jacking it up 18%, 30%. The Pew report that came out last week showed that 100% of the issuers were using some form of unfair and deceptive practices as defined by the Federal Reserve. Most cards had hiked their rates by 20%, and 90% of the outstanding balances had seen an interest rate increase since the bill went into effect. What we did on the floor is move the implementation date up to the day after Obama signs it into law, so that these abuses will stop. So, just in time for the holiday shopping season.
Yeah, just in time for the holiday shopping season. But here's the deal. These are the banks that we bailed out, correct? And they're turning around and sticking it to us. All right, now how did the Congress let this one slip by? I mean, the banks said that they couldn't meet the organizational deadline that was put in front of them before. Now what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. My original bill would have been implemented within 90 days. They said they needed more time in order to put their systems into place.
So they lied to us.
Yes, and what we saw is that they were using it to get under the wire to put more abusive increases in that they will not be able to do after the bill goes into effect. So we are moving up the effective date to stop these abuses.
All right,
it was a big win for consumers.
All right, not everybody was on board with this. I want to play this soundbite from Virginia Fox. She was on the House floor saying this.
The people who take out credit cards aren't having a gun held to their heads. They take out the credit cards. If they don't like the rate of interest that they're paying, they should get another credit card. But don't blame the credit card companies for extending credit to people who then are irresponsible.
Wow, is she in the minority? I should point out that the vote was 331 to 92.
And a very strong bipartisan support. 88 Republicans voted with us. We're not out to protect irresponsible cardholders. We're out to protect the man and woman who's playing by the rules, paying on time, not going over their limit, and still the card companies are upping their rates retroactively on their existing balances, trapping them in never-ending cycles of debt.
Yeah.
No one's trying to protect someone who's not paying their bills. We're trying to protect people who are playing by the rules, and they're unfairly raising their rates retroactively on their balances.
Congresswoman, appreciate your time. Good work on this one. I know we've gotten a lot of response on this as well here at MSNBC.
Well,
Thank you.
We have to get it through the Senate now.
Well, I'll tell you, if they can't pass this, we got some serious problems in Washington. Thank you, Congresswoman.